Hello everyone. It's truly wonderful to meet you all as well. I'm Jaechung Kim and I had the profound honor of serving as the librettist for Oratorio Martyres. This work is a truly brilliant encounter between history and religion, delving into the powerful story of faith. As many of you may know, the Korean Catholic Church dedicates September to commemorating the month of Martyrs each year. Our history holds approximately 10,000 martyrs, some of whom have been canonized as a saint, others declared servants of God, and countless more remaining unnamed. Oratorio Martyres seek to honor their sacrifice. With our performance scheduled for this September, I have gathering our incredibly talented conductor and composer and choir director today. We are here to discuss both of the upcoming performance and the work itself. Welcome everyone. To kick things off, could you briefly introduce yourselves?
Hello everyone, it's a pleasure to meet you all. I'm Min-Soo Kim and I have the honor of conducting Oratorio Martyres. I'm thrilled to be conducting Oratorio Martyres, which delves into the history of Catholicism introduced to our land in 1800 within Korean history.
Hello everyone, I'm Kim Eun-jung, Director of the Prima-Ars Choir and Orchestra. To know more about us, please click the link. For this performance, I'll also be participating as the organist. I'm delighted to be a part of this meaningful performance.
Hello everyone, I'm composer Jieun Lee. I'm delighted to be presenting Oratorio Martyres, a performance that tells the story of Korean history and religion, and within it, the stories of our ancestors.
Martyrs in Oratorio Martyres mean martyr in Latin. Now, to help us understand what is an oratorio is, I'd like to ask our conductor, Min-Soo Kim, to give us an introduction.
An oratorio is a major vocal work in classical music, primarily based on religious themes. It shares many similarities with opera, but has some key differences. I will tell you 4 key characteristics of an oratorio. The first, subject matter. Most oratorios tell stories from the Bible or focus on religious or moral themes. The second, structure. They feature soloists, a choir, and an orchestra. The narrative unfolds through a combination of recitative arias and choruses. Often, a narrator is present to recount the story. Performance style is forced. Unlike operas, oratorios do not involve stage action, costumes, or elaborate sets. They are performed in concert settings with the music itself conveying the story and emotions. And fourth, importance of the chorus. A defining characteristic of oratorios is the significant role of the chorus. The choir often drives the narrative and builds emotional intensity.
The Oratorio Martyres begins with the overture, Per aspera ad astra, Beyond Suffering to the Stars, and consists of 23 songs. It was released on 2 albums, Act 1 and Act 2, that include 2 encores. Oratorio Martyres consists of 3 orchestral movements, 5 choruses with Latin lyrics, 14 choruses with Korean lyrics, and a protagonist aria, the final chorus, Servant of God, has English lyrics.
The 12 songs in Act 1 tell the story of the nearly 150 years of the spread of Catholicism in Korea. The songs are intertwined with real people and real historical events. The music depicts the birth of 이승훈베드로, servant of God, and captures the prayers and desperation of the early Christians as they turned to God in the midst of persecution, darkness, and trial.
The overture of Act 1 is a musical representation of the long period of time when history and religion first meet. Traditional Korean instruments in the orchestra convey the nervousness of the beginning. 판소리 is the voice of the people in the feudal era.
The first people who realized religion and wanted to get closer to God connected through song, a brilliant encounter between history and religion, and finally the first baptizer is born, and time passes, and the gospel comes to the people like a shadow, like a mist of dawn, like a long-awaited letter. The final song of Act 1 is the impassioned Latin chorus, Librum Cathedralibus, Led Cathedral, an urgent call to remember the initial effort that led to the Myeongdong Cathedral, which still stands today in Myeongdong, Seoul, Korea.
Act 2 opens with a song about the fearful realization that the people are dying amidst persecution and trials. Some abandon religion, some become snitches, some follow religion, but they realize that they are nothing before God.
Time passes, persecution continues, but the people waken and rise up. The Helix Tempest is an orchestral portrait of turbulent times. Unlike the prayers of the early Christians, which were as breathless as night to night and day to day, in real history almost all Christians die in persecution.
This is followed by the majestic choral work, The Way of the Martyrs, which addresses the period of persecution that saw in the greatest number of martyrs. The martyrs' way is the way of death. But beyond the death of the martyrs 200 years ago, the final English lyric chorus conveys hope for the living in a time of religious freedom. And the voices of all the choirs come together in unison.
With Oratorio Martyres, we may be artists charged with the sacred task of capturing our history in classical music. We are pleased to present to you this our September performance, and we thank you again and hope that they will be enjoyed by audience around the world. I pray that one day we will be able to bring the music to your place and perform. Conductor Min-soo Kim and Prima Choir, what are you feeling and sentiments like during the listen practice period?
Both the choir and I approached our rehearsals with profound respect for the unwavering faith and martyrdom of the martyrs. We felt a strong sense of mission to honor their spirits through this oratorio and to make their story known to many.
The Korean Catholic Church is unique in the world, having been founded organically in 1784 when I승훈 was baptized in Beijing and returned to Korea. We rehearsed with a calm and sacred heart, following in the footsteps of our ancestors in faith. We hope this will be conveyed well to the audience.
Would which of you like to share a message with our audience?
I want to convey that the Korean Catholic Church embraced and developed Catholicism independently without the direct assistance of foreign missionaries. It's crucial for us to share this unique history and to express our deep respect for the martyrs who sacrificed their lives to uphold it.
We approached this with a sense of mission, aiming to honor the spirit of our ancestors, who, despite incredibly difficult circumstances, dedicate themselves to spreading the faith.
Through the Oratorio Martyres, I hope to remember the many people who were sacrificed in history. I also hope this becomes a precious time to reflect on myself and think about what kind of heart and attitude we have as we live in the present.
We believe in the enduring power of classical music, but we also recognize the sheer passion and sheer dedication in its required. The Oratorio's Librettist Jaechung KIM spent nearly a decade writing the libretto. It's about real people, real historic events, and a time when Korea first encountered the West. Composer Jieun LEE devoted nearly 3 years to composing an oratorio, a 200-years-old piece of music of God and man that breathes martyrdom and prayer. Capturing our history in classical music is never done in a single moment, and it takes even more courage and effort to bring it to the stage.
Our history, our ancestors, the religious voices that emerge from it, the voices of the people rising up in time of oppression. All of this is counted in the music of Oratorio Martyres.
We are thrilled that our performance is filled with our own voices.
Classical music is here to stay. We will create and perform even more than we do now to make our voice heard more than ever before. The sober intellect through metaphor, the beautiful and pure message in music, the melodies that we want to remember and not forget, the human and the divine, religion and history. These are all things we want to continue to create.
The early history of Catholicism in Korea was, in fact, a contiguous series of tragic persecutions. What significance does the country's number of people who followed God's words and were martyrs amidst the darkness of religious persecution hold for modern society? Through Oratorio Martyres, we hope you all will have time to deep ponder this question. We sincerely hope that the Oratorio Martyres will convey our sincerity and our musical breath. Thank you. See you September.
Forever music forever, forever silent on the earth,
music tradition and future.
Thank you very much.
See you.
Bye. Thank you.